On this week's video, we're going to take some slaw mix and we're going to turn it into a new veggie combination to see if Joe likes it better because he's not really a slaw fan. Stay tuned. Hi, welcome back to One Dish, Two Ways. I'm Sheila and my husband Joe's behind the camera. I eat a whole food plant-based diet and Joe eats a standard American diet, sometimes on the keto edge. So we try to show you that it's really not that hard, no matter what diet plans your family's on, because there's actually more in common than we have in different. So today's one of those days that we've been doing videos now 2 years by the time this video is released. And this is a one dish, everybody can have it meal or side dish. So what I have here, this is an electric skillet that Joe recently got us. It's a green pan, so you don't need any oil or anything on it. And whoop, I've got asparagus and onions, and then I'm going to have my other ingredient that I want to tell you about. So let me just stir this. I have not seasoned this yet because I wanted to wait until they started to cook. So Joe and I were talking about video ideas, and also, you know, we all have healthier goals that we want to meet for 2026. So he asked me if we could try some things with cabbage. He's not a coleslaw guy. He's not going to want a big hunk of cabbage. And I said, well, you know, you can buy the cabbage, you know, it's already shredded up. It's relatively cheap. I know this one I got for the next video. This week I got it for 69 cents at the store. So this video and the next one are going to have recipes that use this cabbage. You could also have regular cabbage and then, you know, slice it up yourself. We're just going the easy route because I tend to buy these because I'm the only one in the house eating it unless I give some to the chickens. And so for me, this is very convenient. I can put it on salad. I can put it on a sandwich and a wrap, whatever the case may be. So we've got our asparagus here. Now, obviously you cut the ends off, or you break off the natural end of it. And then I always break a little bit more because these parts at the end, I want them to be nice and tender. So I always have a little bit of water standing by so that I can steam this. This is on a medium heat right now, and they've probably been cooking for about 3 or 4 minutes. So they're started, but they're definitely not done. So I've also got onion in here. I had a little bit of onion, and now we're going to add some cabbage. So now this was Joe's combo of the veggies that he wanted because he's not a big fan of the peppers. So you tell me, Joe, when you want me to stop. Yeah. He seriously said, that's enough. Okay. So let me just get this going. The cabbage, obviously, because it is so thinly sliced, it is not going to take long at all. So Joe really didn't want it to be an Asian flavor because he wants to be able to pair this with any meat that he has this week for lunch or for dinner. So what I'm going to do is use what I have, and that is I have this no salt seasoning that our niece and nephew got us, and it's just got a bunch of different flavors in it. In fact, it doesn't even tell me what it is. But it's no salt. So we're going to use that. So I want to put some of that on there. Probably a couple good teaspoons. But if you have things in your fridge to finish up, like we have this General Tso's, if we did want it to be Asian, we could put a little bit of this. You could thin this out with vinegar if you wanted. And then you do have a little bit of soy sauce if you want. Now, I am going to add a little bit of soy sauce just for that little bit of flavor, but it's not going to be Asian, like full-on Asian type thing. So let me just finish doing this. So again, you could add whatever other veggies that sound good to you. If you had some bell peppers, you could use those. I'm just going to let this steam a little bit. Because asparagus has that, you know, it took us a long time to figure out how to cook asparagus because it's either too crunchy, or then when you get, it is not one that does well overcooked. It just becomes slimy and icky. And this asparagus and celery are probably Joe's 2 favorite veggies. And so we want to try to incorporate as many as we can in there. Asparagus is probably one of my least favorites, but I know how healthy it is for you. It's on Dr. Esselstyn's greens list. So I do try to eat it, but it's definitely one of Joe's absolute favorites. And it doesn't take long at all to cook. And the best way to store it when you get it home from the store, don't leave it in that plastic bag. Actually put it in a big tall cup or vase or whatever, and just put a little bit of water and take that plastic off. And the reason is if you leave it in the plastic too long, it's going to have all that condensation, and then the tips of your asparagus, they're going to get slimy, and you're not going to want to eat that asparagus. So we do not want that to happen. Food's expensive. You don't want to have to waste it. So let me open this up and see how we're doing. As you can see, it doesn't take long at all for that cabbage basically to just start wilting down. So I think it's ready to try. Joe, what do you think? Oh, it's not ready to try, he says. Do you want more steam on it? Here, let me put a little bit more water. And I'm going to cover this up. So I am curious in the comments, what veggies do you, because this is one of these, for this video, yes, I had a little bit of onion and I had some of this bag of cabbage, but the asparagus, we got it specifically for the video. But this is a great one to use with whatever veggies, even if you have frozen veggies in your freezer and you've got a little bit of this and a little bit of this and a little bit of that, put it together. One of my favorite combos is corn, onions, and asparagus. I don't know, there's something about that sweet corn that just, I don't know, that combination with asparagus is one of my favorites. We eat that a lot in the summer when the fresh corn is available. I always keep frozen corn too, but it is the best in the summer because then and asparagus, you can grill it. We've air fried the asparagus before. You can do it so many different ways. And then you got that fresh corn. Oh, it's so, so good. So I would like to know in the comments, what would be your combination of veggies that you would like to do? And it's just a great way to use up what you don't have, what you have, and you don't have enough to do one or the other. My goodness, this smells good. And it doesn't smell Asian-y. But again, if you have like a little bit of a barbecue sauce left over, you could use that on there if you wanted. Or if you have a couple different, maybe you've got a little bit of General Tso's and a little bit of barbecue sauce and a little bit of honey mustard, you can put those all together with a little bit of water and you can put that on your veggies also. So don't feel like you're limited to one flavor profile or another. How's it looking now? Okay. You may turn it off and you can try it. Okay. So we're going to give this a try and see if this passes Joe's test on trying to eat cabbage. Oh, you don't have your microphone on. I want them to get your honest opinion. Oh, lost the best part, the onion. Actually, to me, you really can't taste the cabbage.
It's hot.
Yeah, we're eating it out of the pan.
Yeah. The cabbage does cook down, which is what I was hoping for. And it loses that cabbage flavor. So really, you don't really notice it between the onions and the asparagus. I wouldn't even say it was in there if I didn't see it. So that's good.
So, success. So this is a way.
And if you had General Tso's sauce, if you put some, like we got some chicken in there left over that's been grilled, we could put that in there and you'd actually almost have a really good Asian dish.
Correct. Well, that can be your dinner tonight.
We'll see.
There you go. So lots of things that you can do with it, a way to use up the veggies. So let us know in the comments, what would be your combo of veggies together and to make them new and fresh and something different. Thank you all so much for joining us, and we hope you have a wonderful week. Bye-bye.